Welcome back to the channel, friends. It is good to be here, and I hope you're doing well. So today, we're going to be taking a look at a game called Hordes of Hunger, and this is a dark fantasy action RPG roguelite with tight hack and slash mechanics, tons of customization options, intense boss fights, and great graphics with smooth animations. Now, if you want to check out this game for yourself, you can certainly do so. It just went to early access on the 6th of May, so very, very recently. And as always, link in the video description below. So we're going to hop on into a brand new run. Let me know in the comments section below your thoughts about the game. Smash the like button, of course, if you enjoy the content, and become a subscriber if you are new here. Thanks so much for spending some time on the channel today. Now let's go. Alright, so we're going to load on into the central hub here, and this is where each run does begin. Our main character is Mirah. And obviously the game presents very well, right? Nice graphics, nice crisp graphics and animations, which you'll see once we get on into the battle. Now this fellow here is kind of reminiscent of like a Deckard Cain, I suppose. And this guy right here you can talk to him, but he will also, in exchange for these feathers, which is a currency that you'll get by winning fights, he can improve your metagame, okay? All kinds of different things there. This right here is how you travel to your battle destination, but there's a few other locations in the main sanctuary here that we should visit. So this right here is the codex. That's going to basically log the different monsters and areas of interest. And then furthermore, we have a little workshop back here. And this is where you can actually get your loadout figured out. So let's enter the workshop. And it actually does look like we have a few options for weaponry to take with us. So you can equip weapons here. You can equip special attacks here as well. And then we have other things like these parts, okay? And what these do is you can use these to actually craft. So for instance, if I wanted to craft a rare sword, I could just take 3 of these sword parts here, and we could go craft. Then we'll get a rare sword. You can actually break down, like, you can combine weapons as well. But let's not do that. But it seems to be a pretty extensive crafting system, and I'm not sure what the tier is beyond rare. But for this, I mean, we have a bunch of these parts. I just started with them. I'm not sure exactly if that's the standard or if it's an early access thing. But for our inventory here, we do have a fire sword that I've been kind of keeping an eye on. So plus 19% heavy attack, plus 18% light attack, plus 17% fire. It's a fire sword. Sounds great to me. There's also a spear option, a gauntlet option, and then a hammer option as well, which is pretty cool. Let's go with the fire sword. Let's throw that on. For our skill, we have slash, dash, ground slam, righteous rage, or unholy rapture. I think we're going to go with the unholy rapture. Look at that cool looking blade right there. I tell ya, looks awesome. I think that's about it for areas of interest here. So let's go back to that tree and let's get on into battle. What do you say? In fact, this guy, I think he asked me to do something. So let's go. Fast travel. We have main square, cathedral, keep, and then in the village, festin, watermill, and forest. Let's start things off with the main square, and let's go. Alright, dropping on into battle here, and the first thing we notice is, of course, a treasure chest. Now, I don't have any keys, but once you have keys, you can unlock these. Another thing I would recommend is playing with camera mode manual. It's just a little bit easier, in my opinion. And here's the world of Hordes of Hunger. In fact, I want to turn the sensitivity down just a little bit as well. Okay, it's already down pretty low. Let's go. So I have a light attack with the left mouse click. I have a heavy attack with the right mouse click. Don't have it charged up yet. And then we will be charging a special as well, which I have assigned to the middle mouse button. And look at that sword. It's already hitting good. Boom. 20. That's right. Just cutting these guys down. A few other things that you have is you have a parry. So I have that assigned to the E key. And essentially, when the enemy's attacking you, parry the attack, and then you automatically counterattack. Like that. Which is nice. We have a dash as well. So I'll showcase this. Right, so a swift little dash. Then we also have a jump, which is associated with a jump attack. Now this right here is going to be an apple. This will restore you. You can do that with the R key. But I don't really need to do that right now. It looks like the special is all charged up. So we'll use that as soon as it's advantageous. And it looks like we have to call down 100 members of the Horde. So let's just seek some zombies here. And let's cut them down. But yeah, the battle animations are very smooth. The game feels really tight. Just, I think one gripe I might have with it, just a little bit, is the camera angles. I think manual helps it out a little bit, but we've managed to level up. So we have force pull. Jump attacks pull enemies within 3 meters towards you. First attack damage is increased by 50% once per enemy. Or armor absorption. Let's do force smite. Sounds good to me. Boom. Then these little orb things are, well, maybe they're more like runes or whatever. They are bonus experience, so we want to make sure we grab those as well. And then there's also a sidestep. So you're probably wondering, why didn't I pick up that apple? Well, I've already got one on me, and you can't stack them up. I think the metagame allows you to hold more, though. So keep that in mind. In fact, we're down 10 hit points. Might as well use it. And then Righteous Rage, we can do it. Force Smite, 65% now to the first enemy. Let's do it. Let's unfurl this bad boy. How about that? Pretty impressive attack. All right, we got 69 of 100 down, so let's keep on trucking. Nice parry there. Just keep cutting them down. It's actually a pretty fun hack and slash. Like, the hack and slash mechanics of this game are very well done. It feels nice and tight. Alright, we've got another level up. So, Fissure. Every 5 seconds, create a fissure of fire under an enemy within 10 meters. 3 seconds, deals some fire damage. How about Force Smite? I mean, we're kind of going all in on this. 80%. 20% chance to regain all focus after a special attack. Let's go with Force Smite. Max that thing out. Hitting for a solid 25. 37.5 there. These guys are just falling by my blade. Let's go. All right, more experience back here. So here's the heavy attack. It's kind of like a swirling attack, which is quite nice for when you're ganged up on, of course. And we got 4 keys. How about that? So let's see. Maybe we go back to where that treasure chest was if I can figure out how to do it. It looks like we have a quest. Okay, so the map shows a few question marks, right? So it looks like we have to what? Use the crane? Okay. Okay, destroy the cranes. Alright. So we have to go in combat versus the wooden crane. Let's slash it down quickly before we get closed in upon. Looks like we have 2 others out there, as denoted by the little swords on the map. And it looks like we're walled in. Okay, these things are kind of tanky. Force pull, bloody ulcer. 5% to apply a bloody ulcer to any hit enemy. Affected enemies run away and explode. Bloody refuge. Each time you touch an enemy while dashing. Let's go with the bloody ulcer, sure. Very descriptive. Looks like we got 2 level ups. So swiftness increases movement speed. You gain focus 15% faster. That is your special skill. Special attack. So yeah, let's definitely do that. Alright, so moving on to the next one here. Cut that down. Alright, insights. So that's elemental damage. Bloody ulcer, let's do it again. Parry. Jump attack. Boom. That's right, bring that blade down. And let's go crazy on the supply crane. Take out the anger. That's right. Get wrecked, supply crane. How about the heavy attack for these guys? Bloody ulcer, level 3. Tools of impalement. Every 3.6 seconds, a pitchfork pins down an enemy within 13 meters, dealing 200% physical and weapon posture damage. Armor protection. Cancel all incoming damage once every 40 seconds. Let's go with bloody ulcer. Let's max that out. Let's heal up. Got another apple right here. Perfect. Alright, let's see. Let's keep moving. Keep my eyes peeled for the treasure chest as well. Get wrecked, bro. Alright, here we go. Here's one. Believe that's the one we spawned by. So let's open it up. Alright, we got weapon part. Gauntlet part obtained. Okay. So we can obviously use that in our little workshop, little forge. Here's another chest, actually. Let's open it up. 37 feathers. Okay, that's a good find. Alright, here's the last crane. Let's take it out. Alright, down goes the supply crane, just getting absolutely wrecked. Alright, so what's our next objective here? Looks like we're in sanctuary mode where the enemies freeze and you get a little reprieve. Now at this point in time, you can choose to teleport back to your little central hub if you like and keep all your items. But we don't need to do that. We can press on. We're full health. We're looking good. So right there. So let's go to the next objective as denoted by the question mark and destroy the nests. Alright. Let's destroy them. Okay, it looks like there's a bunch of them. Alright, these pestilent looking things. Armor absorption, bloody refuge. Each enemy you touch while dashing. Let's do this. Let's actually use our special. Does a ton of damage. Every time you see a little red circle there, that does usually mean corpse explosion, I think. And then there are attacks that you cannot parry or dodge. Well, I mean, you can dodge them. You just have to get out of the way, right? Like that right there. Those attacks. It's definitely one of those games that it's quite satisfying just chopping through a horde of zombies. Like, it really is. The character controls feel very good in this game. Gotta watch out for the guys that explode. Those little toad-looking dudes. It's funny that they kill their own as well. Alright, let's keep going with the nests. Looks like we got one back here. Meditation, absolutely. Weaponized meditation, that's funny. It's like you're focusing really hard. Alright, let's use the heavy attack. You bet, the nest falls. Let's keep going. Let's keep cutting our way through. Alright, nice job. Got another one up here, it looks like. Let's keep going. Looks like off to the right. Yeah, that's quite enjoyable. Striking down like 20 of them with one swing. Boiling blood. When at 80% health, deal 10% more physical and posture damage. Otherwise, increase move speed. I'm always a fan of just increased speed in general. So let's use this. Let's grab the apple. Let's jump on down. Get this chest. What do we have? 3 more keys. How about that? Use a key to get a couple more. Very nice. Alright, heavy attack this thing down. You bet. Alright, quest complete. Very nice. 16 feather bonus. It's a good bonus. We'll take it.
That's something new.
Alright, so let's go to the next question mark on the map. We're just taking out these guys in one hit. Get out of here, man. Alright, let's go this way. Alright, looks like we have an NPC of some sort.
Hey there, buddy.
What is this? A donkey with the plant on his back. Alright, help Dusty. Yeah, of course we're going to help Dusty. What do we got to do? Keep close to Dusty while he gathers the secured supplies. Okay.
It's okay, I'm still here.
Okay, so we got to stay in proximity. Alright, Dusty. I got you, man. Looks like we got a bunch of them up there. Everybody coming behind me. Let's use this. How about that? Took them all out as well. Very nice. 4 speed. Sidestepping. Totems of pain. Let's go with swiftness again. So we do have a sidestep as well. And that was that right there. To help you evade a little bit better. Get off of them. Leave my boy Dusty alone. Alright, unblockable attacks. Looks like we got blown up there. And again, alright, let's use the apple. Those guys are kind of tricky. Swiftness again, sure. These little pillars that pop up are pretty tanky, man. Like, they got way more HP than anything else we've seen. Doesn't seem like they're trying to attack them. I just have to remain within the radius of Dusty the donkey. Get wrecked. All right, let's go, Dusty. Let's get you out this gate. Let's get you out of here safely. All right, armor absorption. Charging a special attack absorbs up to 1 hit and recovers 100% of absorbed damages. Focus. Every 1 second, shoot a random enemy within 8 meters, dealing holy damage. Yeah, we'll take it. All right, cool. We got a little zapper now. All right, nice. Dusty makes it to safety. It looks like we're at Sanctuary again.
Glad you're here.
All right, so I think, let's see if we can find, there's an apple right there. Perfect. Let's munch that down right away. Looks like we get
That is interesting.
all of our health back. And here's another one. Good. We got our special all charged up. Looks like here's another one. Well, let's press on. What do we have here? Stop the scavengers. Shouldn't be a problem. Stop them before they take everything. Okay. So what does this mean exactly? We've got to go to the little sword icon on the map, I think. Oh, yeah. Okay, we got a big guy coming in now. Holy Bolt Lightning Strike. For each charged jump attack deals 4 thunder damage. Attack enemies to gain charges. Special attack creates a fire wave. Let's go with the Holy Bolt. Make it a little more effective. It does shoot every second, so it's pretty frequent. Okay, so we got guys that are trying to avoid me and evade me. Well, let's help them find out. Alright, there we go. There's one. Alright, Holy Light. Sidestep staggers enemies. Tool of Incision. Sends out a sickle. Let's go with Holy Bolt again. Alright, looks like we have a bunch of them right here. Darn scavengers. Let's eat the apple and refill. Alright, we've got a couple more on the field. There's one. Yeah, take him out. Get out of here with your thieving ways. And one more. Back this way. Looks like he's right back this way. Let's go. Alright, the Holy Bolt takes him out. Very nice. Got some feathers for that effort. I'm kind of digging the Holy Bolt. I'm not going to lie. Focus Gamble, Lightning Strike, Rage. Increase physical damage by 2%. Sounds great to me. Alright, so let's get to the next question mark. Alright, here comes a big guy. Let's see if we can parry his attack. Never mind. No use trying to parry that, I suppose. Let's just combo him up. Okay, so this guy's kind of tanky. Did not give him enough respect, that's for sure. Holy bolt. Yeah, I'm just digging it. All right, so what do we have here? Calm the Herald. The Herald hides on his platform from monsters. Knock him off the platform. Okay.
I'm trying, but you need to stop shouting. You're attracting more monsters. I'll handle this. But you're making it harder for me.
All right, big guy goes down. Looks like we have to beat down these wooden posts.
I'm bringing you
Rage, yes. I think the heavy attack is appropriate for this. All right, let's get down the support beams. Take him out. We got a self-exploding guy. He got me. All right, platform support. Let's take it out. Holy bolt, cover me, man. This guy's going to face plant. I'm calling it. All right, down goes the last platform. Bunch of bonus EXP.
They're gone. Now listen. Do you know how to reach
We're going to
the
sanctuary mode again.
the one
Okay, this is nice.
in the center?
I don't know. I will guide him, Mirah.
So how we feeling? 65 HP. I've got an apple. Let's use it.
Let me help you.
All right, so that guy vanishes.
Just curious.
Let's see if we can find another apple. And I do believe there's a boss fight at the very end of this as our, last mission. But we're going to find out. So let's keep on going. Looking for a barrel.
A child in a place like this.
Child in a place like this. Let's hold off before talking to her. Unless apples don't spawn, maybe, when you're in sanctuary mode. That could be. What do we got here? Kill the Guardian. Okay. Well, I definitely want to see if I can find an apple. Here we go. Boom. All right. Very nice. So I'm assuming this is some kind of boss fight then. It's got to be. Let's do it. Kill the Guardian. Are you ready? I don't know, Father. Slay the Judge. The first Guardian. Okay. Looks like his health bar is there on the left. All right, here he comes. What's this guy gonna do? All right, he hits hard. We got Holy Bolt just pulsing him down. Maybe I can just get on the dodge. Well, Holy Bolt pulses him down a bit.
Dodge. Remember.
Really? I got hit by that? Okay, well, definitely gonna have to heal. Holy Bolt, just show me the way. I mean, this guy, like, just outmatches me. He can do a lot of damage. I mean, I wonder if do we travel? Oh, yikes. Got hit there big time. I want to see if I can maybe find another apple. My health standing is not great, right? And we don't have health insurance. At least I don't think. Okay, he's gonna trap me. Where's an apple? Game, what do you say? Let's unfurl the big attack to give me some relief. Rage, Tool of Incision, Holy Blade. Max health reduced by 20. I don't like that. Let's do Rage. Is this a healing item? There's an apple. Alright, cool. The game shows it to you when you're in trouble. That's nice. let's get that health back. And let's square up with this boss again. Well, I mean, kind of. Holy Bolt's kind of been our friend. I mean, I think this, like, if I just try to square up with this guy, he's just gonna kill me. Alright, seeking more health. I wonder if I can parry the boss. Probably not. Alright, he's at about 50% HP. I've got my special charged up again as well. Let's use it. Oh, he got me again? You serious? Corpse explosion. I was always a fan of corpse explosion in Diablo. Ah, man. We are just limping now. Any health anywhere, game? What do you say? Alright, let's keep running around. Here we go. Here's something. Alright, get that HP back up. Just a little bit. Alright, I can't keep just running around avoiding them. We're gonna have to take it to them eventually. Let's get to kind of an open area. Boiling blood. 80% health deal, 10% more physical damage. Let's do it. Definitely living in that 80% health realm, aren't we? Get out of here with that explosion stuff, man. Ah, the explosion got me. That's so brutal, man. It took me so long to get my health back up. Okay, so it definitely gets a lot more intense. The judge is at about a quarter of his HP. Maybe a little less. And my healing options seem to have been exhausted. Don't get blown up. Alright, so instead of being killed by the judge, I got killed by the self-exploding ones. Man, that's most unfortunate. So I think what happens here is I sack my keys, I sack my feathers, and all of that kind of stuff, but let's try it one more time. Same kit. I like the sword. And let's just be better. Alright, call the Horde. I think I definitely got to get better at, like, he's just, that boss, he was attacking very, very fast, right? Like, there was very little time between attacks, it seemed. And they were heavy attacks, hit me for like 30 plus damage. Alright, rage. Yes, we'll start things off with rage. Alright, let's go. Where the rest of you at? Definitely want to be less wasteful with the apples as well, right? Let's just keep cutting them down. Alright, force pull, corpse explosion, rage. Let's go with rage. In fact, what does auto camera? It's on auto again. I like to have a little more control because I like to see what's up ahead of me. But sometimes it seems like it reverts back to automatic. Like at certain sequences. Alright, let's keep going. Let's seek others. Let's blast them all with our holy explosion. Alright, corpse explosion, rage. Let's max it out. Alright, quest completed. Very nice. Got 11 feathers there.
What is it?
Alright, boiling blood. Bloody ulcer. Let's see. Holy contract. Instead of dying, gain 20% damage increase. Your max health is capped at 20. Instead of dying. So surely that means that you can still be killed. Like it has to. Let's go with boiling blood. I don't understand that skill too much. Destroy the nests. Alright, so this is a familiar quest. We're not quite at full HP, but I think we'll be okay. Famous last words, maybe. Alright, here's a couple. Let's take them out. Alright, down goes 2. Alright, insight. What's this? Elemental damage. Let's go with boiling blood. I mean, 25% more damage when you're at 90% or less HP. That's pretty significant, feels like. Boiling blood, 100% health. Wow, when at 100% health. So we got to stay healthy now. Interesting how it kind of inverts like that. Well, speaking of staying healthy. Let's grab an apple. Boom. Get wrecked. Alright, what do we have? Another nest. Looks like there's another apple right there as well. I want to try to save as many as I possibly can. Alright, quest completed. Very nice. 11 feathers. Little feather bonus. Alright, corpse explosion. Holy lights. Fire wave. Special attack creates a fire wave. Let's go with corpse explosion. I'm alright with that.
Oh, here you are.
Rest for a while, child.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's press on. Let's get the other quest. Got a little redemption against that boss. I'm gonna try to see if I can fight him. Just straight up this time. Alright, is this helping out Dusty? Alright, the scavengers, of course. Let's hunt them down. Let's go. Here they go. We go hard left here.
What did you tell me?
Alright, Bloody Refuge. Each time you touch while dashing. Corpse explosion. How about this? Every 1.2 seconds, summon a hammer. Hits the closest enemy within 6 meters. Let's try that. Yeah, that's kind of a nice effect. I like that. Alright, scavengers, where you at? We're gonna hunt you down. We're gonna get you. I'm coming for you, pal. That's right, get wrecked. I'm coming for you, buddy. That's right, that guy goes down, gets wrecked. It looks like we get blown up by that self-exploding guy. So let's heal up. Let's grab this apple. Alright, Corpse Explosion, Tool of Mercy. On weapon hit, 30% to summon an ethereal dagger that flies in a random direction. Let's do Corpse Explosion. Alright, more scavengers on the field. Let's see if we can't get them. Where are you going, pal? You ain't going nowhere. Alright, we're at 100% health. I'm going to be hitting for 50% more damage now.
That looks simple. I should examine it.
Yeah, 45.1. Alright, let's get to the next destination. Next objective. Suppose we can grab these quick. Alright, very nice. Stop the scavengers. We already did that. We gotta do it again, huh? More scavengers. Must be like a random pool of quests that you get, is my guess. Alright, where you at, scavengers? Let's do this exercise again. Alright, there's one down. See, this is where I would really like to... I don't know why it keeps reverting to auto. You know what I mean? Well, this is where I'd really like the camera to remain manual. So I can see where I'm going. So I can see what's ahead of me.
What was that father's song?
Alright, Fist of the Heavens. Every 2 seconds, an enemy within 16 meters is struck by lightning, receiving 20 thunder damage. Otherwise, we have the upgraded hammer. Let's upgrade the hammer.
That's the way.
Alright, where you at, scavenger? Coming to get ya. Let's hunt him down. Alright, nice. The hammer got him. Alright, let's see. Looks like he's over here somewhere. Up in this hallway, looks like. There he is. Alright, you got wrecked. We got a key. Alright, well, let's use it.
I'm glad you're here.
Sorry.
Saw several chests just sitting around.
It's all right.
See if we can find one.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Oh,
59 feathers. That's great. We'll take it. Alright, what do we have now? Cull the Horde. Alright, so
always.
126. First one to go is that guy right there. Hammers is having some fun. Bloodlust. Each kill heals you by 0.2. Healing effectiveness is halved. Interesting. Do I like that? I mean, Holy Bolt was pretty good. But maybe this is a way, if we're kind of down on our healing, maybe we can
I remember this
use
one.
Bloodlust. Especially if we can't find an apple, right? Maybe we can use Bloodlust to help us restore the HP. I like it. Sounds good to me. Man, the hammer's just having a blast. Just hammer time. It's pretty good. It's hitting for pretty good as well. Alright, 18 of 129. Got a ways to go yet here, boys. Alright, got a big boy. Just calm down, pal. The hammer is just going to town. Where's a larger grouping of them? I do have my special, which will eradicate them all. Alright, nice. Tenacity. Increase max health by 2. Zeal. Increase attack speed. Let's get the hammer. I mean, 250% physical damage is pretty insane. Yeah, 47.7 now. Got my trusty hammer. Just eradicating my foes. Little corpse explosion right there. What's up, man? Oh, he got wrecked. I don't even have a great opportunity to get to the enemies before the hammer takes them out. Pretty effective skill, if you ask me. Right, we have an apple. Definitely want to try to remember that the apple's there. Hopefully it remains on the field, so we can get it later if needed. I want to get Bloodlust upgraded more, so our healing is increased per kill. I think it stacks really well with the skill we have that gives us, you know, max damage or increased damage if we have max HP, more like. Allows us to top up our health without using an apple, you know? Alright, we got a big boy. That's debatable. I don't think he actually hit me there, pal. Corpse explosion, 4 speed. I think 4 smite is great as well. Another thing that increases attack damage. Like 52.6. Alright, 125, 126. 4 smite again. Let's do it. Alright, this one will be wrapped up real soon. Alright, we've got sword parts.
What is that? I should take a closer look.
Where was that apple? There was one that was freed from the barrel. Let's see if we can find it quick. Well, the hammer disc goes to town. Let's use it. Let's take this one with us. Okay, we got this guy again. This clown.
I'm trying, but you need to stop shouting. You're attracting more monsters.
Yeah, this guy's attracting more monsters for sure.
I'll handle this. But you're making it harder for me.
Alright, down he goes.
It's already. You're gone.
And the hammer says going to town.
Do you know how to reach the graveyard?
Hammer time.
The yew tree in the center.
No, I don't know.
I will guide him, Mirah. Don't worry.
Alright, so it looks like we got some like rare sword parts. Is that it? Or maybe uncommon? I don't know, like I said at the intro, I'm not sure why we started with rare weaponry, but I'll definitely take it. Alright, 4 smites. Yes. Although I would like bloodlust. I want to get that leveled up. Is the camera auto again? It is. Not sure what keeps happening. Kill the guardian though. Here we go. We got round 2 with the big guy. Let's make it happen. Alright, Judge. Judge man. How about that? No big deal, huh? You just gotta square them up. Just square them up and hit them. Obviously, we got really boosted attack, which is great. But yeah, I should have just took more of a frontal approach.
I'm glad you're here.
Sorry it took so long.
No, it's alright.
The Guardian's down, though. And we got our much-needed redemption, which is excellent. Okay, so it looks like we have no choice but to hit the Sanctuary now, and there's another apple for us. Quite nice. You know what they say, an apple a day, right? So let's go to the Sanctuary and see what they do with these feathers. Turn to Sanctum. You bet. Alright, you survived. 139 feathers. We got some weapon parts. Looks like of the uncommon variety. Common right there. And I think what really worked well for us in this is, obviously it started with Rage. Right? With each level gained after getting this skill, so 80% attack bonus. Pretty insane. Boiling Blood was nice. With Bloodlust to keep the health topped up. And then Force Smite, right? That's another 80% attack damage on the first attack. So pretty nice. I think the hammer did great things as well. So let's pop on back to the Sanctum
I will get you next time.
for our much needed retribution. And let's see. What do you got to sell me here, pal? So area of effect. Increases the area of effect radius by 5%. Dash recovery. Elemental damage. Experience boost. Experience magnet. Ration slots. So that will give us another apple to use if we want. Posture damage. Physical damage. Move speed. Max health. Banish skills. Or re-roll skills. Okay. Well, I think probably physical damage is a good one. Looks like it starts to get real expensive, so we can get a few of these. I think another ration slot would be good. Experience magnet. Let's boost the experience so we level up a little faster. Move speed sounds good. Reroll skills, sure. In fact, it looks like I can get... I got 150 of these feathers yet. So let's get it again. Like the most impactful ones. Maybe we get 3 food slots. Elemental damage. Experience gain. Let's increase the radius a little bit. Yeah, let's banish skills. Sure. Posture damage. I'm not sure what that is, but let's get it. And that's that. And then furthermore, if we go back to the forge, maybe there's other things that we could do there, but it looks like to advance, we need to talk to a guy that kind of reminds me of Deckard Cain. Let's take a peek at this here real quick. The Codex. Alright, so characters. Yeah, Bestiary, the Judge. Okay. Golem. Banebringer. Okay, it looks like there's a lot of different units to fight against in this game, and lots of different characters as well. So, Father, you got Dusty the Donkey. We all remember Dusty. Devotee, Priestess, Cultist. Alright. Well, I do think this is an appropriate time to end the video, but thanks so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. This is Hordes of Hunger. You can get it for yourself. It did go to early access on the 6th of May, so very, very recently. It's a fun game. It's nice and smooth. It's a great action RPG, right? Hack and slash. It really does that hack and slash very, very well. I must say, I enjoyed my time with it. Found it challenging, but also rewarding as well. I'd be curious to play just a little bit more of it. Let me know in the comment section below if that's something that you want to see. So thanks so much for spending some time on the channel today, my friends, and I'll be catching you in the next video. Thanks a lot.